God, here. Whoa! Hey, how long have you been standing there? Don't scare me like that. Well, welcome to my storeroom, as long as you're here. It's Pete Thorn, and hey, this is a piece of Sweetwater's world's biggest pedal board ever assembled.
Specifically, it's this piece right here.
Basically, the board was made up of a whole bunch of individual smaller boards, and once they were done making the world's biggest pedal board, they disassembled it, sent out these boards to a whole bunch of people. I'm one of the lucky recipients, and my goal today is to play through every single one of the pedals on this board and get a cool sound. So let's break into the box and see what we got. So I think I'm going to call this video 11 pedals in 11 minutes. I'm going to play through each pedal for about a minute and give a quick brief description of each one and just try and dial in the coolest tone that I can with each pedal and then record it. We got two notes pedals on here, some of their preamp pedals. It's the Le Lead and Le Crunch. We got a WAMPLER Paisley. We got a Boss Super Overdrive SD1W Waza Edition. We got a KEELEY 1962A, FRIEDMAN BUXOM Boost, MXR Super Badass Distortion, Way Huge Green RHINO, one of my favorite TS9 style pedals, WALRUS VOYAGER, KEELEY OXBLOOD, and FRIEDMAN Dirty Shirley. All right, let's get to it. All right, 11 pedals in 11 minutes. Let's see what we can come up with here. I got this great Sweetwater board hooked up with all these drives on it, and I'm gonna play through a couple of different amps today representing the Brits and the Americans so that you've got a kind of a different, reference point for a few of these pedals. And I can easily switch between the different core amp tones using my Ampete 88S Studio switcher and the remote right here on my desk. It's got this great AB switch on it, so I can go between the two amps. 66 Fender Bassman is going to be the cleanest of the two amplifiers. It's set right on the edge of breakup. If I'm using humbuckers, it just clips a little. And my 70s Marshall JMP is back there, and it's kind of more like classic rock crunch.
Here's a mic'd up cab. This is the sound you're hearing for all the clips in this video. It's a ST170 ribbon mic, pretty much dead center on the greenback speaker. And then the 57 is off a ways from the center of the speaker, kind of halfway between the edge of the speaker and the dust cap.
So here's the two different amps. First up, here's the Marshall. And then the old Fender. All right, first up, let's hear the FRIEDMAN BUXOM Boost through the Marshall. FRIEDMAN has this great tight switch on it that allows you to vary the tightness to the low end. I think that's a cool feature. It's also got a 3-band EQ on it. I've got it dialed with the mids up. Let's go to the Fender. Okay, let's try the Super Badass Distortion now from MXR. I'm going to run this pedal into the Fender first. Probably most appropriate amp for it, I would think, because I would probably run this pedal primarily into a clean amp. Okay, Way Huge Green RHINO now. Let's check out the Marshall first. Alright, here's the Voyager overdrive from Walrus Audio. I got a cool tone dialed up with the Marshall, so I will play you that first. Here's with no pedal. KEELEY OXBLOOD. Let's start out with the Marshall this time. FRIEDMAN Dirty Shirley. Let's hear it through the Fender amp first. KEELEY 1962X. Let's hear it through the Fender first. Boss Super Overdrive, Waza. Let's hear it through the Marshall first.
last two pedals in this test, I had to come up with something different, but not too different. What do I mean by that? Well, these two pedals are the Crunch and the Clean preamps from Two Notes. They're really like the preamp section of a tube amplifier, but in a pedal. You can run them direct into your recording interface or into a PA, but I thought that's too different than everything else in this video, and I wanted to keep it somewhat consistent. So what I decided to do was run the output out of these pedals into the line input on my FRIEDMAN power station, which has a tube power amp built in, and I'm going to run right into the exact same cabinet that I've been using for the whole rest of the video, with the exact same settings and all that stuff. So you can hear just what these pedals sound like. So each of these pedals has two channels in it, kind of like having a two-channel amplifier with a clean and a crunch, or clean and a lead channel. So let's start off with the Crunch, and we'll start off on the clean channel, and then I'll switch over to the Crunch channel. Alrighty, Mr. Rob Scallon, Sweetwater, thank you guys for making me a part of the world's biggest pedalboard situation. This was a fun idea you guys came up with, and I'm glad that I got to be involved. Check out the links down in the video description below if you're interested in any of these great pedals. You can check them out further, of course, at Sweetwater. Please hit subscribe if you haven't, and hit the little bell beside the subscribe. You'll get an alert every time I put out a new video. You can come back and see me for more videos real soon. I'm Pete Thorn, over and out.